All right. So once again, we are going to look at this is still lesson 10. We're looking at some questions here, and I said these questions here, they are CCQs, concept checking questions. Okay, so they want to check your understanding of the concept to see how far you're doing. So the question ضع في الفراغ, that's question number 2. فيما يلي الضمير هو or ha, right? So ضع في الفراغ فيما يلي الضمير. الضمير here is the object of the verb ضع. Okay, so and في الفراغ, everything here is more like في الفراغ is شبه الجملة. We'll talk more about that when we get to types of sentences. شبه الجملة. So now, but this is the object. So ضع الضمير في الفراغ فيما يلي. Is that right? Put. ضع means put. Okay, put the ضمير, the pronoun, who or her, into the faragh, this empty space. So you put the necessary, the appropriate, الضمير المناسب, الضمير المناسب, you put it in inside of these the space and blank space is given here. So that's what the concept, the question here is all about. Now هذه البنت طالبة. So what's going to be here? هذه البنت طالبة.
اسمها
زينب. ما شاء الله. So هذه البنت طالبة. What kind of sentence is this? Is it a sentence in the first place? هذه البنت طالبة. Is it a sentence in the first place? And if it is a sentence, what kind of a sentence?
no sentence.
Okay, it's not a sentence. Okay, that's Brother Rufai. Is that what you said? هذه البنت.
No. It's this is Jumla Ismi.
Okay, is that Brother Rufai talking?
No.
Okay, so who has a different opinion? هذه البنت طالبة. Sister Mutia, we need everyone. What do you say?
Idafa sentence.
Is an idafa. Well, idafa is never a sentence. Idafa is never a sentence. If you want to talk about idafa, you say murakkab and idafi. You're saying idafa phrase. That's the word for anything that happens in an idafa environment. Is not a sentence, but a murakkab is a phrase. So first of all, هذه البنت طالبة is not idafa. Okay, so we only have two types of sentence. Jumla, there are two types. تنقسم الجملة إلى قسمين. Jumla is divided into two. Jumla اسمية, Jumla فعلية. So, Sister Moti, what kind of sentence is this? Is it a sentence in the first place? And what kind of sentence is it?
Jumla ismiya.
Okay, yes, it's a Jumla and it's a Jumla ismiya. Okay, so we want to identify what it is. هذه البنت طالبة. So if a sentence is a Jumla ismiya, we expect it, okay, to have two components. To have al-mubtada and khabar. So which one is the mubtada and which one is the khabar?
Adi is mubtada. Al-bint talibatun is khabar.
No.
هذه
yeah.
مبتدا هذه مبتدا البنت خبر.
Yeah, al-bintu is a khabar, right?
نعم.
So what about the taliba?
Assalamu alaikum.
نعم وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
هذه البنت is مبتدا طالبة is the khabar.
Oh yes, that's more appropriate. هذه البنت will be the mubtada. Why طالبة is the khabar. Okay, do you understand that? Because هذه and البنت they are both معرفة altogether. They are both معرفة. So as a result of that, they both represent al-mubtada. Is okay. They both what represent al-mubtada. All right. So al-talibatun is the what? Is a khabar. Is a kalima. So because is a nakira. Now let's go. Ismuha. I think we all understand it. Does everyone understand now? So هذه البنت. I told us the other time that ma'rifa, your ma'rifa can stand as okay as a it can stand as a mubtada. Is okay. So it can stand as a what? As a mubtada. There's a small concept. I don't want us to go deep into the concept. The best thing at this stage is to know that هذه البنت is a mubtada. Just know that. So why طالبة is a khabar. But if I want to go a little deeper, it's a little complex than that. You want to understand what is happening there. So هذه is a mubtada, is a ma'rifah. البنت is a ma'rifah. Two ma'rifah are standing together. So هذه, okay, we say in the first place, let me go a little bit deep a little bit. So هذه would be our mubtada. Why al-bintu? It's also a ma'rifah, but what is happening here? We call it badal. Okay, so it is a badal. It's like what is happening here is what is called a position in English. Does anyone understand a position? So a position in English, if you say the president and the commandant in chief, do you say is coming or are coming? Actually, I don't want to go deeper, but I like to explain things. If you say the president, okay, the president and the commandant in chief, I use a C. Okay, the commandant in chief, CIC. Now, is or are, which one do you choose? Do you say is coming or you say are coming?
It's coming.
Yes, you
The
say
president and commander in chief is coming.
It's coming. So because they are both the same thing, you will call it a position. The president is the same person as the commandant in chief. Do you understand that? So one in this opposition is more like badal. When you say the president and you say the commandant in chief, they are both the same person. So commandant in chief is more like replacing the president. Okay, so because they are the same thing. So هذه is mubtada, but al-bintu is a badal. It's like replacing هذه in this case, because even though if you remove هذه, you say what? Al-bintu طالبة. This al-bintu can stand alone without the هذه, right? So it means you can replace it. And if you remove al-bintu and you say هذه طالبة, does it not make sense? If you say هذه طالبة, هذه what? طالبة. It makes sense. This is a student. And you say al-bintu طالبة, it's still the same thing, right? Nothing changes. So the combination of the two gives a more deeper meaning. Do we understand now? So in a nutshell, instead of going deeper, saying one is a badal, the other is mabdul, and okay, you just say هذه البنت, they are just all of the two together are the mubtada. And طالبة, do you understand, please? Sister Madinah, is it clear? Sister Mutia, do you understand it?
Yes, I do.
You do, right? So if you say you do,
Yeah.
even though I don't want us to go a little deeper, into explaining this and that, I just briefly explained something, a concept, which we are coming back to, inshallah, to talk about deeper. So, هذه البنت, the only thing I want you to understand properly now is هذه is a ma'rifa, al-bintu is also a ma'rifa. So the two together, they are the same. So they can stand as a mubtada. Why taliba is khabar, which is nakira. So, but the explanation that I gave, that one is a badal and the other is just a little bit advanced, than the level we have right now. Now, هذه البنت طالبة اسمها زينب. All right. Now, Muhammadun, yeah, Muhammadun what?
طبيب
Yes, Muhammadun tabibun. So, what?
وابنه مهندس.
Wabnuhu muhandis. Do we get it? Wabnuhu muhandis. Exactly.
نعم.
All right. So, yes. هذا الرجل. Yeah, Sister Muti, I need you to read this. Number 3. I need you to do this.
هذا الرجل
Oh, yeah.
تاجر كبير
Ta.
اسمه تاجري.
He's not Tajir. He's not. Can you make it? Can you pronounce it properly? Ta what?
تاجري.
He's not going to have a kasra. He's not going to have a kasra. Jumla ismiya. We said your Jumla ismiya, we have a dhamma. The mubtada, we have a dhamma, and the khabar, we have a dhamma. So what you have here, tajirun. Okay, it has
تاجر.
yeah. Okay, tajirun.
تاجر كبير
Tajirun kabirun. Yes.
اسمه
Ismuhu. Yes, ismuhu.
عبد الله. عبد الله.
Ismuhu Abdullah. Ismuhu Abdullah. Ismuhu Abdullah. MashaAllah. So I think we all understand this, right? So, Aminatun fil ghurfa, Aishatun tabiba, wa ukhtuha, and all of that. So, now this question 3. Question 3. Can someone try to read this? It doesn't matter whether you read it wrong or not. Just read the way it appears to you. Yes, someone should read, please. Yes. Let's give it a try.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Now, Allah.
آتي خمسة
Yeah.
أسئلة وأجوبة كمثل الآتية.
Barakallahu fiqh. That's a good progress. Barakallahu fiqh. So let's address some of the mistakes you make here. Does anyone want to have a counter reading? Okay. So now let's learn on what you have just read. Hati, that's correct. Hati khamsata as'ilatin wa ajwibatin كالمثال الآتي. هات 5 أسئلة وأجوبة كالمثال الآتي. So why 5 as'ilatin. Why do we say khamsata? Why do we say as'ilatin? Why do we say ajwibatin? I think you all attended, or if you have not attended, I have taught us lesson about numbering, counting. Did we all attend the counting? And if you did not attend it, have you watched it? Because I actually made a short, 2 shorts on counting, and I posted to the YouTube. I mentioned it in the last lesson, but I don't think we've seen it, and because based on our response, it's part of the lesson. You are meant to watch it, look at the lessons and see. If you're on the channel, you're supposed to search or go to the shorts, and you'll see the shorts that we posted. And there's a lesson about numbering, counting. I've mentioned how to do this, and I think I give us an assignment on that. Is that right? Counting. So, hati is a verb. Khamsata, it has a fatha because it is an object of a verb. Bring 5. That's 5 is an object. Khamsata as'ilatin. Remember we said in counting we have two parts, two concepts. Adad and ma'dud. Adad and what? Ma'dud. And we mentioned that your adad, okay, will be the opposite in gender to your ma'dud. As'ila is the ma'dud, the one you are counting. So as'ila, we also said is the ma'dud, and it to be in a mudaf ilayhi, because the relationship between them is mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Khamsa mudaf, as'ilatin mudaf ilayh. Do we still remember the principles I've taught us? Do we still remember?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't sound like we still remember the principles. Do you still remember the principle of counting from 1 to 10?
No.
Yes. Is that yes? Please let's
Yes,
help
sir.
ourselves. Let's help ourselves to to develop, to learn better, to learn more. So I've taught us the principle of counting from 1 to 10. I've made a video about it. So please check the YouTube and see to refresh your knowledge about it. I've made 2 shorts, just short videos, less than 2 minutes. Let's say less than 3 minutes, the 2 together. So please look at it and revise it. So هات 5 أسئلة وأجوبة كالمثال الآتي. So I don't want to waste time on revising the numbering. I've taught us, I've given an assignment on that. So that's what we have. So whenever you see a number, you should know that the next thing that will follow it, especially if it's 1 to 10, because I've taught you that, you should know that the next one after it is a ma'dud, and it will usually be in a plural form, and also it will be the mudafan ilayhi, which is going to be majroor. It will have a kasr. خمسة أسئلة وأجوبة. Wa is a waw al-atf, waw of connection. So whatever is happening to the first one is happening to the second because they are combined with a conjunction. Letter wa. خمسة أسئلة وأجوبة كالمثال, like the example. So bring 5 questions and answers as in the example, in the following example. Is that right? So we have أعندك قلم. أعندك قلم. The answer is what? نعم عندي قلم. أعندك قلم؟ نعم عندي قلم. أعندك قلم؟ نعم عندي قلم. Do you have a pen? نعم, I have a pen. عندي. عند is when you say you want to use عند to mean you have. I think we're going to talk about it. So عند means you have. أعندك, you have a pen. Sometimes we translate عند to mean with, when somebody is in your custody. It's more than when someone is with you. Please. There's a difference between ma and inda. The two can mean with, but one has a deeper meaning than the other. Inda, it means when someone is with you but is under your custody, is under your watch, is under your care. Right? Other than ma, someone could be just with you. I mean, be with you now and then I will just go away. But if I say inda, it means I'm with you. I'm probably under your watch. I'm probably under your care. Is that okay? So that is what some of the difference, between this thing. So indaka means do you have with you? And when you have something, it means it is yours. It's under that thing is under your care, is under your watch. So do you have a pen? That's why we translate it to mean have. Because it's more than with. It's more than when something is just with you. So do we understand that? Indaka kalam, do you have a pen? That's why inda can translate as with, have. Is that okay? Naam. And he says what? Here he says, Naam, I have it with me. So can someone, I want every one of us to bring a question in this format. Like, do you have something? Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. What do you say, sir, please? I did not hear.
I want us to form question. The question says, form sentence, a question and answer like this. This is a question. Indaka kalam, do you have a pen? Naam, in the column. Yes, I have a pen. So I want us to form, everyone at least form one example each from your own.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
عندك سيارة؟ نعم.
عندك سيارة؟ نعم. Yeah.
نعم.
The
عندي
answer.
سيارة.
نعم عندي سيارة.
نعم.
Yeah, someone else? Someone else?
عندك كتاب؟
Is it
نعم.
kitabu or kitabun?
كتاب.
Okay.
نعم عندي كتاب.
نعم عندي kitabun. Okay, yes. Yes. Well, Brother Rufai, your turn. Yeah. Yes, Brother Rufai, are you with us? Okay, so now we move on. Now let's look at number 4. هاتي خمسة. I have read this one. Can someone read this again? I need someone to read this. Sister Motia, you go first. The way I read it. I've read this one for you, and then you got to read this.
آتي خمسة أسألتي
Okay.
وأجوبتي
Okay.
كالمثل
Okay.
الآتي.
Okay, that's beautiful. Now you made some errors, so let's correct the errors. Now, are you with us, Sister Moti? Okay, so now hati khamsata. All right, this is I just explained it now. I don't know whether you followed me when I read the first one. Hati khamsata. I said khamsata, and I mentioned the reason why it is khamsata. Hati is a verb, bring. Khamsata is the object of the verb, right? So that's why it has a fatha. I mentioned some situations where you can have, now having the fatha, One of them is when it is object of the verb. That is مفعول به. هاتي خمسة. Now, if you remember, Sister Mubia, are you together with me? If you remember,
Yes.
when I taught you the numbering system, and which I just explained now, this word is as-ilatun. This word alone, as-ilatun. Can you repeat as-ilatun?
As'ilatun.
Beautiful. Now, as-ilatun. In that case, it is now used in form of number. And I taught you principle of numbering from 1 to 10. So having known that this is as-ilatun, this one also is ajwibatun, but it is now used in a numbering system. So, and it is mudafun ilayhi. Is what? Mudafun ilayhi. So if you understand the concept of numbering from 1 to 10, how do you read this? Or let me say from 3 to 10. Now, the concept of reading from 3 to 10, how do you read it now? Can you read again? Khamsata what? Hati khamsata?
As'ilatin
No.
wa
The
ajwibatin.
question is going to Sister Mutia. Sister Mutia, the question goes to you. If you remember the numbering system from 3 to 12 and from 3 to 10, I mentioned some things. Is that right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
now, applying that principle, you read it. Can you read it again? Hati khamsata what?
Khamsata as'ilatin
Aha.
wa
Yes.
wa ajubatin.
Ajwi. There's something. As'ila and ajwiba. خمسة أسئلة وأجوبة وأجوبة. Can you write it down, please? Make sure you write it. هات خمسة أسئلة ووات
Wajwibatin.
وأجوبة. Yes, can you say that again?
Wa ajwibatin.
Very good. وأجوبة. كالمثال. Now this is not مثال. 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 Example. مثال. Okay, so this ka is kaf al-tashbih. It's part of the letters of jar. So you say كالمثال الآتي كالمثال
Ati.
كالمثال الآتي. Can you say that again? كالمثال الآتي.
Kalmithalil ati.
Beautiful. So هاتي خمسة أسئلة وأجوبة كالمثال الآتي. Please write it down. It's very important. Write it down in your notebook. So bring 5 questions and answers like the example, like the one in the example, like the example, or like the following example. Al-hati means following or coming. But in English, we translate it in a proper way. We say, in a way that is suitable in English. In the following example. Okay, so, or in the coming example, whichever way you put. So we say, أعندك قلم, just like أعندك قلم here. This is a negative answer. Do you have a pen? And he said, لا ما عندي قلم. لا ما عندي. So it's a way to say, no, I don't have a pen. So if you want to negate, ما عندي قلم. عندك قلم؟ ما عندي قلم. عندك قلم؟ ما عندي قلم. Okay, so let's form one question each for everyone. Sister Mutia, you start first.
عندك سيارة؟
عندك سيارة. Yeah.
لا عندي
لا.
سيارة.
No, you want to say لا. I don't have a pen. I don't have a car. لا what?
لا ما عندي
Yes. ما
سيارة.
عندي yeah. Please take note of the shadda.
سيارة.
Yeah. ما عندي سيارة. All right. لا ما عندي سيارة. All right. So that's what we have there. Yeah. We need someone else. Yes. Everyone here must contribute something. Yeah. Yes. Another person.
عندك كتاب؟ لا ما عندي كتاب.
لا ما عندي كتاب. Okay. So do you understand the concept? I think that's clear enough. I mean, um, so this example 5, أضف الأسماء الآتية. Please take me as I'm reading. We say أضف, but we have alif al-lam here. So you're gonna give this fa a kasra for you to be able to read it. أضف الأسماء. Because this lam is having a sukun. Al. So two sukuns should not meet. التقاء الساكنين. So one of the sukun has to be sacrificed. Has to be given away. So you have a kasra. أضف الأسماء الآتية إلى المتكلم والمخاطب والغائب والغائبة كما هو موضح في المثال. أضف الأسماء الآتية. Why أسماء الآتية? Why? Because أضف is a verb. Join from مضاف and مضاف إليه. إضافة. Join الأسماء الآتية. The following names. الآتية. Coming. The coming names or the following names. إلى المتكلم. You turn it to الضمير المتكلم. You join it to الضمير المتكلم. First person pronoun. والمخاطب. Second person pronoun. Please take note of these terminologies. المتكلم. ضمير المتكلم. Or you simply say المتكلم. First person pronoun. المخاطب. Second person pronoun. الغائب. Third person pronoun. And you have al-ghaiba is a feminine name. Is for the feminine. So third person. It's also third person feminine. Al-mutakallim, first person. This is used for both male and female. ضمير المتكلم. ضمير المخاطب. والغائب third person. غائبة third person feminine. كما هو موضح as it is explained. As it is what? As it is explained في المثال in the example. So we have قلم. هذا قلمي first person. هذا قلمك second person. هذا قلمه third person. هذا قلمها third person feminine. قلمي المتكلم. قلمك المخاطب. قلمه الغائب المذكر. الغائب. قلمها الغائبة. So, we can say if you want to ضمير المتكلم you can say if you said ضمير المتكلم it's for both male and female. So ضمير المتكلمة you don't have that. But don't you say ضمير المتكلم? Okay, that's okay. ضمير المخاطب. ضمير الغائب. So, and when you say that in that context, it could mean both male and female. But the way they use it here, that's why they say غائبة and غائب. مخاطبة can also come here. متكلمة can also come here because the ضمير is not added to it. So once you put damir, it's, you know, it comprises all forms of pronoun, whether male or female. Now, having understood that, so this is simple for us to understand. Kitabi, kitabuka, kitabuhu, kitabuha. So we did these now, ضمير متصل, ضمائر المتصلة. So I just didn't want us to, because if I ask us to, this here in this concept, these CCQs, the concept checking questions here, there are some concept, new concept taught. Some new concepts are introduced. That's why I actually want us to go through it, because I'm afraid that if you have to go through yourself, I believe none of you have gone through it. So, but that's why we're supposed to start lesson 11 today, but these are also very important. That's why we need to go through it. Now you are told to read Iqra. Okay. Now we have li, laka, lahu, laha. This lam they're teaching a new concept. We are going to learn it anyways when we get to the حروف الجر. But let's learn it here as well. When you have the lam li, this lam li, it's usually with a kasra. If you are using it with a pronoun, with a noun, you say for. It means for. Whose book is this? The book is for Habiba. لحبيبة. لآمنة. لآمنة. Right? Because Amina is okay. So لعائشة. But let's use another name. لزيد. لمحمد. So this li, it means for in most cases. And it could mean two sometimes. But in this case, it means for. So take note. It means for, usually. So we take the usual meaning over some meaning, that you can have sometimes. But the meaning is you are using it for possession, for me, for her, for him. Li, for me. Laka, for you. Lahu, for him. Laha, for her. Now, take note. When you use it with a pronoun, this lam with a kasra changes to a fatha. So that's why you have laka, lahu, laha. Lahu mulku samawati wal ard. For him, or to it belongs to him. So, li ukhtun wahida. I have one sister. Alaka akhun. Do you have a brother? La ma li akhun. Look at the way they use ma. Look at the way they use ma in the earlier. Aindaka kitabun. Yeah. They say ma indi. Ma indi what? Ma indi kitabun. Now here they say ma li akhun. Alaka akhun. You say ma li akhun. Now, I want someone to ask a very intelligible question right here. Okay, but let me ask that question. Okay, so li and inda, the both are used to mean I have. If I say li akhun, I have a brother. Yeah. Laka akhun, you have a brother. Because we said originally it means for, and whatever is for you belongs to you. That's what we mean. So you can use I have. Now, can someone tell me the difference between li and inda? And can we use it in the same way? Say عندك كتاب ما عندي كتاب. ألك أخ ما لي أخ. I don't have a brother. Do you think we can use it interchangeably? What do you think? Li and Inda.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so how's it used? What's the difference?
Li is used for what have like sense, like human being. While Inda is used for non-living things and animals.
Okay, how did you draw your inference, your conclusion?
And from the text here, I don't know.
Okay, from the text here, the first one says A'indaka kitabun, and
Kitabun,
here we say
that's
Alaka akhun. Yeah?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's very intelligent observation. Now, that's why I put it as a question, because I want to see how observable everyone is. And that's a good observation, Barakallahu Fiqh. Now, look at the way they use it here. ألك أخ أختي لها طفل صغير زميلي له أخ وأخت. Now the way li is used is different from the way inda is used, but they have the same meaning. So like he said from his observation, you use li for something that is that has life, living thing, something important, something more important. Basically something that has rational, something that has sense, or that's rational, that has life, and use it therefore something like a thing, non-living thing, things that's not as important as other than that. So that's the difference. Now, brother, sister, daughter, and all of that, they are living things. So we have to use something different for them. So you say alaka akhun, li akhun. Yeah? Li ukhtun wahida. I have a sister. Is that taken? So you don't say li sayyara. Even though it has the same meaning, but you don't use it like that, right? Li kitabun. Is that right? So you say indi kitabun. Is that okay? However, in some cases you can use the li, for non-living thing, especially if you want to put emphasis or in a way. Okay, for example, if I say I saw a book. I saw a book, right? And I was like, okay. And someone claimed the book, said the book is mine. And he said, no. Al-kitabu li. The book is for me in that case. Yeah? In that case, you don't say Al-kitabu indi. Because in that case, you are saying the book is with you. You already have it. It's in your hand. Do you understand? But you want to claim the book. You say Al-kitabu li. The book is for me. Do you understand the concept?
No.
Someone is holding your book. Say, give me my book. Al-kitabu li. The book is mine. The book is for me. Al-kitabu li. Right. أعطني الكتاب. الكتاب لي. Give me the book. The book is mine. In that regard, you didn't say Al-kitabu indi. Because when you say indi, if you take note of the way I translate inda earlier, I said it has the meaning of with. That thing is already with you. And that with, it means it is your own, it's under your care, it's under your custody. But the moment that thing is not under your custody yet, you don't use inda. Are we together? So in that case, you want to claim something, you use li. Even that thing is not life, it's lifeless. Whose car is this? As-sayyaratu li. The car is mine. All right? So, but to talk about something that is in your custody, you have it already, and then that's when you can separate the two. Alaka akhun, li akhun. I have a brother in that sense. Not indi akhun. Do we get it? So, are we together, please? I want us to understand the concept. So, ukhti.
Yes, Ustaz, we are together, but I missed it. My connection went away. It went off.
Oh, yet. Okay, so, I mean, which part did you...
I understood the...
So which part did you miss, or which part did you meet? Did you listen to?
I met you saying when something is in your possession, you use I think inda. But the way I understood Lee and Inda, I understood Lee as when you have a brother, somebody that is you are together, is your blood, something like that. That's when you use Lee Akhod, for example.
Yes. Yeah, that's you're on the same page with us, Barakallahu Feek. So what we were saying is that talking about something that you have, talking about something that is in your possession. So usually or inda, something that is already in your possession. Now, but how do we use it too? Use li for something that is living thing, something that has sense, something that's important, something that has life, something that's important, like brother, daughter, sister, husband. Things that are important and they have life or they have sense, rational things. But things that have no life, like your car, like your pen, like your book, whatever things that you use The moment they are in your possession, you use inda. So I have a brother, li akhun, but I have a book. You say indi kitabun. Is that taken? Now, but I'm saying that you can use li for non-living thing as well. In what sense? And I give the example of that sense. If someone found a book and they are saying, whose book is this? The book, take note, is yours, but it's not in your possession or at the moment you're talking. So you would say, Al-Kitabu li. Yeah? Al-Kitabu li. The book is for me. The book is mine. In that case, you don't say, Al-Kitabu indi. Because the book is not in your possession already. Yeah? The book is not in your possession already. So you don't say Al-Kitabu indi. You say Al-Kitabu li. The book is for me. You are claiming it. So in that case, you use it for non-living thing. Is that right? But in a case where the thing is in your possession, then you can choose to use li and ahun based on the concept that we said, which is which one is important, which one is living thing, which one is rational, and which one is not. Is okay? So, and that's what we use it. So, say for example, you give your child to someone to watch over until evening. You are going for walk and you say, okay, my daughter is going to stay with you. So until evening, right? So you would say, أجعل بنتي عندك إلى المساء. أجعل, I will put my daughter عندك, under your care, under your watch until I go back. So, and you come back to get your child. You say, أريد بنتي التي عندك. Are we together? أريد بنتي التي عندك. The person is not the owner of the child. It is yours. So, but you put them on their, to their care, to their whatever. So, do you see the way we use these li and inda interchangeably, even though we are referring to living thing, right? So, the moment something is not under your care, is not with you, is not in your possession yet, li and inda can go in, interchangeably, based on the situation that I just give example with. Is that right? Is that taken? So all this concept here is talking about when something is in your possession. So am I clear with that?
Yes.
So Nakulu, they also give us here. They say Nakulu indi kitab. You say I have a book. Wa Nakulu li akhun. I have a brother. La Nakulu indi akhun. You don't use the indi for akhun, that I have a brother. The moment the brother is in your possession, the moment that thing is in your possession. But it can be used otherwise, interchangeably, with the examples and situation that I just gave example with. Are we good now? Now, they are saying ma. Now they give us ma, which I just explained. Ma means simply with. So this ma is ma lil musahaba. Ma for company, just company. This ma means a company. It is a use ma that you use with when something is in a company. Okay. خرج حامد مع خالد. They go in company of one another. خرج حامد مع خالد. Hamid went out with Khalid. Yeah. Remember I said inda sometimes can be translated as with. So I will keep my child with you. This is the inda that you use. You don't say ma, you don't use with. This with. So I'll keep my child with you. Let me stay with you for a while. This is the inda you are talking. This is the kind of with you are talking in this case. But I'm gonna go out with you. I'll go out with you. Use ma. أخرج معك. ذهب الطبيب مع المهندس. The doctor went with the engineer. They are just company. مع is used for company. جلس المدرس مع المدير. The teacher sat with the principal. من معك يا علي? Who is with you? معي زميلي. My mate is with me. آمنة معها زوجها. آمنة معها زوجها. وهي تعيش عند زوجها. Do you understand? آمنة معها زوجها. Amina, her husband is with her. Her husband, Amina's husband is with her, and she's living with her husband. Do you see the difference? So if I say Amina's husband is with her, yeah, Amina's husband, sorry for the way I'm just writing. It's not easy to write with this. So now Amina is her husband. We say is with her. So is with her that you use here. Okay, this with her is this ma'a. And she's living with her husband. The second with, you translate it as inda. So Aminatu ma'a zawjiha. Amina is with her husband. وهي تسكن أو تعيش عند زوجها. She's living with her husband. You see the difference between the two now? She's with her husband. She's living with her husband. So that's the difference. So ma'a zawjuha. So this ma'a is for company. خرج أبي من البيت. من خرج معه? Who went out with him? My father went out of the house. Who went out with him? خرج معه عمي. My uncle went out with him. خرج معه عمي. My uncle went out with him. Is that taken? Do you understand that? Do you understand? Is it taken?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
okay, good. So Sister Mutia, I want you to say that okay, so I want you to give me the definition of how to say I went out. No, I am with my husband. Okay, I am with my husband. Yeah. I am with my husband. How do you say that?
أنا معها زوجها.
No. I am with my husband. You're talking about your husband now. So I am with my, you didn't say ma'ahad. Ma'ahad is third person. I am with my husband. How do you say my husband?
Okay. أنا معها زوجي.
Okay. Okay, you didn't say ma'aha anymore. You say ma'a. This is what we are learning. Ma'a. Ana ma'a zawji. Ana ma'a zawji. Right? So please write it down. Ana ma'a zawji. And how do you say? That's the first one. Ana ma'a zawji. Please write it down. Ana ma'a zawji. Now the second one that I want you to say is I am living with my husband. I'm living. You already know the verb for living already. We said that many times, especially when we're doing a foundational lesson. I'm living with my husband. I'm living with my husband.
أنا أعيش
Yeah.
مع زوجي.
No. No. I mentioned that you didn't use ma in that case. You didn't say أعيش معه. You use what? You use عند. That's what I said now.
Okay.
Yes. أعيش
عند زوجي.
عند زوجي. I'm living with him. So usually عند is the best word to use, because when you use عند, you mean you're under the watch, under the care, under the custody of your husband. Then when you say I'm living with him, ma'a could just mean, if you use ma'a, it could just mean that I mean you are in his company. You know, it goes beyond the. I mean, inda goes beyond the meaning of ma'a, right? Aish indahu. I'm living in his custody, in his care. That's the meaning. So than to say I'm just in his company. Okay, so these are the ways you choose your word, and then so looking at the in-depth of the meaning. Okay, so I think we all understand this now. Okay, so I think that's understood.
Yes.
All right. Let's look at the rest and by ourselves. Happy wa ummi fil bayti and all of that. Now there's something we're going to be learning later. The 5 nouns and all of that. Baytun, baytuka, abun, abuka, abuhu, abuha, abi. Akhun, akhuka, akhuhu, akhuha, akhi. Look at the structure. So please study this. We are going to be learning that later, but study it the way it is used. Baytun, abun, akhun. They are all together in the same manner, in the same format. But when it comes to idafa, baytuka, baytuhu, baytuha, bayti, nothing changes for bayt other than removing the tanween. But if you look at this, abu, other than removing the tanween, waw is added. Abuka, abuhu, abuha, abi. Akhuka, akhuhu, akhuha, akhi. Something is added. Okay, so there's a reason for that, which we shall be discussing in its place. So that's taken. الكلمات الجديدة. So الزميل الزوج واحد فتى مع الطفل الكويت اللغة. So I think we all know the meaning of this. زميل زوج واحد فتى مع and all of that.
No.
Okay, so what's the meaning of الزميل? Yeah, so زميل means mate, or you say colleague. You can mean colleague, mate. الزوج, we know this.
Yeah.
The word زوج, husband, but the word زوج can mean a wife as well. The word زوج can mean a wife. So, but it is generally used as just the way you use. I think I mentioned some words that can mean both male and female. قدر and روح. The word روح. This word can be
So
feminine. The word had.
زوجة.
Yeah, I can hear that clearly. Oh, it's keeping. It's glitching.
زوجة.
It's glitching. I cannot pick a word. I cannot pick a word. I cannot pick a word.
زوجة.
زوجة.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now? I
It's
said Zawjatu.
yeah. Okay. I still cannot hear you clearly, but what I'm saying is this: the word zawj or the word zawj can also mean wife sometimes. It can mean wife. So, but the general meaning is husband. That's the way it is usually used, because it can also have a ta. So when you have it as a ta now, it is now obviously the wife. But in a general term, zawj can be used to mean her wife as well. Okay, zawj can be used to mean a wife as well. So if you had a man say here, zawji, she's saying she's my wife, and that's grammatically and then correct as well. Okay, so however, this is the common way it is used: zawjatun, zawj, zawjun, husband, zawjatun. Okay, so but zawj can mean both male and female, can mean husband and wife as well. Is that taken? Just like the word couple. Yeah, just like the word couple. A couple can mean it could be either a wife or a husband. Okay, so anyways, I just give you that's a tip of the iceberg. It's just something a side attraction, just to know that the word zod can mean a wife as well. So, but generally, it's always used to mean husband. That's a common. Once you hear zod, that's husband that they're talking about. Okay, so but the word zod can be used to mean a wife in a concept way to not be misunderstood. In a concept way to not be misunderstood. Okay, so but zawja, that's a noun. Zawj, husband, zawjatun, wife. Okay, so that's it. Any other one that we don't understand? Fatan, a young boy, a teenager. Okay. Mm-hmm. Al-tifl. Tiflu is a son. Yeah, a baby. A baby. So we are unable to start lesson 11 today, but it's okay. We have enough time to do that. So we start lesson 11 the next lesson. But I believe what we learned here is clear and understood. Is that right? Any question before we end the lesson? Yeah, if there is no question, so we call it a day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.